Okay, this is lesson 3.4, solving multi-step inequalities on page 186 to 187. The got it is on the second page. Problem number 1, using more than one step. The good news is solving inequalities is exactly like solving equations. The only thing you have to be careful of is what you divide by. Okay, so for example, the one they show you, 9 plus 4t greater than 21. If this was an equation, if that was an equal sign, you're going to do exactly the same thing. So we're going to have to subtract 9 from both sides. Then we're going to have to divide both sides by 4, which leaves us with t greater than 3. Okay? It's greater than, not greater than or equal to, so I'm not sure why they're checking that. You don't have to. What you want to check is the greater than. So pick any number greater than 3 and plug it in. Sorry, substitute it in, and it should come out to be a true statement. So let's try these three, and I got it. A says negative 6a minus 7 is less than or equal to 17. I did it again. How did I did it again? I'm sorry, this should be a less than. Nah, that's not what I wanted. Sorry, that should be a less than or equal to. This should be a less than. This should be a great. These should all be equal to, but I apologize. Oh dear. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is add 7 to both sides. Then we get negative 6a is less than 10. 17 plus 7. I can't add either, apparently. That's 24. And then we're going to divide 24 by negative 6. Okay, but what happens when we divide by a negative? We've got to switch this sign as well. So this becomes a positive a. The 6's and the negatives cancel out. This less than has to become a greater than. And positive 24 divided by negative 6 gives you negative 4. So I don't need the fraction. There we go. Apologize for that. That should be a greater than or equal to. But my underline's not working at the moment. This says negative 4 less than 5 minus 3n. So again, same as you would do if it was an equation, we're going to subtract the 5. That 5 is positive. The opposite of positive 5 is negative 5. So that gives us a negative 9 less than negative 3n. Again, we're having to divide by a negative here. So we're dividing both sides by negative 3, which switches this sign to a greater than. And that should be a positive 3. And that should be gone. Goodness sakes, I must have been tired. Okay, so negative 9 divided by negative 3 is 3. We switched that sign, and then the negatives and the 3's cancel out. So 3 is greater than n. I don't think I didn't. The part C, 50 is greater than 0.8x plus 30. So we're going to subtract 30 from both sides. 50 minus 30 is 20. We're going to divide by 0.8. As long as that's positive, we get to leave that sign the same. We didn't have to worry about that. But we're going to divide both sides by 0.8. When you divide by a decimal, that answer should go up. So 20 divided by 0.8 is actually 25. Now, make sure you go back and double check. So for this one, and I don't know why that negative's there either. My goodness. Okay, so a being greater than negative 4, any number greater than negative 4, so 4. So if we go back to the original equation and put a 4 in there, that gives us a negative 24 minus 7. I don't even care what the total is. It's going to be a negative number, which is automatically less than a positive number. So we're good there. 3 greater than n, which means any number less than 3. You can read this backwards. You can turn it around, whatever you want to do, but it really reads n less than 3. So we could use 2. If we put a 2 in there, we get 5 minus 6, which is a negative 1. Negative 4 is still less than negative 1. For this one, if x is less than 25, 25 greater than x means x less than 25. So 5. If we put a 5 in there, actually I'm going to go ahead and put a 10 in there, which makes it 8. 8 plus 30 is 38. 50 is greater than 38. That's true. Okay, so always make sure you go back and double check a possible solution. Remember that this needs to be greater than or equal to. I apologize. That should be underlined. That should have an equal to with it.